Hey everyone, welcome to today's mini class where we will be diving into digestion. So I'll invite you as we move through this class to not only have your attention, of course, on the physical aspect of our digestion, which is really crucial, but also on the more energetic and even emotional aspects of digestion that are really important in our lives as well. So imagining just as we put food into our body and we need to be able to digest and transform this food into useful energy into our bodies, we also need to be able to do the same with the other aspects of life. For example, with experiences that we have, any traumas, being able to synthesize and heal and move through them, and also in this information age in which we have found ourselves. So we can, of course, obtain all of the information. However, unless we're able to synthesize this information and transform it from just knowledge into actual applicable wisdom. So understanding that I can, from a very intellectual standpoint, understand something, but unless I can apply this information to my life, it doesn't do any good. It's the same as having stuck digestion where I have food in my stomach, but unless my body can amalgamate that and turn it into something usable, it's not usable, it's not useful. So just having that intention in the back of your mind as well as we move through this practice today. So join your hands together at your heart center, just finding this centered and grounded place to begin from, and set that small intention to, of course, give your stomach, your intestines a lot of love during this class, but also noticing those other parts of our lives that can maybe behoove from increased metabolism. Metabolism coming from the Greek word that just means to change. Slowly open your eyes. We'll begin on hands and knees. Place the wrists right under shoulders, knees right under hips. Spread the fingers, even make sure that your thumb is extended. Making sure, especially if you tend to be quite flexible, that you're not overextending through the elbows. So instead of having this eye of the elbow pointing straight forward, allow the eye of the elbow to rotate internally, almost so that it's in that same diagonal line as your thumb. Spread the fingers, spread the toes, press into everything touching the mat. Now press down into the tops of the feet, tuck the tailbone and the chin slightly in, and allow the knees to hover off of the mat. Release the shoulders down and back, relax the face, close the eyes. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Now reach the chest towards the thighs, maybe flip over the tips of the toes if you can. Great little bonus for the health of the toes and the feet. Coming into down dog. Relax your head and neck. Keep the knees bent as much as you need to maintain the neutrality of your spine. Release the shoulders away from your ears. Find stillness. Close the eyes. Take a deep breath out. Pull the low belly in. Now look between your hands. Step the left foot forward. Drop the back knee and untuck the back toes. Press into both feet. Broaden through the collarbones and use the core to lift the torso, bringing the hands to the hips. Make sure here that the right and the left hip are pretty much in line. And then from that alignment, allow the hips to press forward and down. Inhale to reach the arms up and overhead, but keep the shoulders heavy. So bringing more space between the hands if you need, if the shoulders are a little bit tight today. Now with all of the space you just created in the front body, keep that releasing the hands to the heart. Gently rotate to the left side, maybe hooking the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Take a deep breath in and make the spine a bit longer. Fill the low belly. Exhale, use the muscles of the low belly to rotate a bit more. Maybe the head joins in the rotation of the spine. Make sure that the right toes and ankle are still straight behind the right knee. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale to unwind from the twist, bringing the arms up and overhead, big open through the front of the body. Plant the palms and then tuck the back toes under, really lifting the hips to make room to sweep the left leg forward up and back behind you. Take a deep breath in, reach the heel a little bit higher, and then exhale, neutral down dog. Bend the knees, look between the hands, step both feet forward to the top of the mat. Maybe you need to take a few steps to get there, all good. Release the hips down, lift the chest, and then inhale, coming up into chair pose. Squeeze the knees together, tuck the tailbone under slightly. Same thing here with the arms, spreading the hands if you need to find a little bit more ease in the shoulders. Inhale, come to stand, bringing the hands up and overhead. Now with this back bend here, notice, press the hips forward to start. Keep the legs really strong and straight. Feet are ideally together if you can. Now instead of feeling like I'm going back, press the hips forward and create this beautiful arch in the front of the body. You should feel the low belly come alive here. Elbows towards the hips, hands at the heart. One more exhale. Inhale, lift the hands, lift the heels. Try to keep the knees active and together as you elevate the hips down all the way. Inhale to lift halfway, fingertips can come to the shins if that's more accessible. Exhale, active forward fold, so the belly becomes active, kind of inviting the chest towards the knees. Plant the palms, we'll meet in down dog. Close your eyes. Deep breath in, feel the low belly. Deep breath out, feel the low belly actively pull in. Look between your hands, bend the knees, step the right foot forward, left knee drops. Left toes untucked. So the same alignment there of the toe, heel, knee, hip, all in one straight line behind you. Then press into both feet and use the core to lift. Invite the left hip up a little bit so it's right in the alignment of the right hip. And then inhale, hands up and overhead. Just creating space in the front of the body. And with all of that spaciousness, then rotate. Inhale to elongate the spine. Imagine like your whole torso is getting a little bit more tall. One more exhale. Make this very thorough. Imagine like you're wringing out an old dirty rag. You want to get to the last drop. Maybe turn the head beyond the right shoulder. Inhale to unwind. Lifting, opening. Exhale, plant the palms, tuck the back toes under, lifting the hips really high. So sweep the right leg up and back. Inhale and exhale. Release the right foot down. Drop onto the toes. Cross at the ankles and come into a seat. You can stay facing the front of the mat. We'll just turn towards the camera. Extend the left leg out and bend the right knee, kind of tucking that heel towards the right glute. It doesn't matter how close or how far. What matters is the elongation of the spine. So a lot of the times here we can find ourselves rounding. This is not going to help the digestion here. I want to create space. So if I need to, I can put my heel a little bit further away, but feel this lift in the chest. Bring the right hand right behind you and use that as kind of like a little kickstand. So you can press into the hand, lift the belly and the chest a bit more. Inhale, lift the left arm to create even more space. And then again, from that spaciousness, twisting, either bring the left elbow to the front of the right thigh, or if it's more accessible, you can just kind of hug that knee in. So meet yourself wherever you are today. Each day can be really different. Each practice can be really different. Wherever you are, just make sure you can breathe really well. A lot of the time in our Western modern idea of yoga, we only think about the physical aspect. That is, in fact, a very small portion of yoga. So focusing more on the breath and the energetics than on your physical expression. Inhale, get a little bit taller, reach the crown of the head up. Last exhale here, maybe turn the head beyond the right shoulder, but focus on the low belly, twisting the lower parts of the spine. Inhale to unwind, switching legs. This side could be really different, maybe the heel's closer or further. Make sure that the toe and the knee of the extended leg are looking straight up. Reconnect to the elongation and the lift in the entire spine, left hand behind you. Inhale to reach the right arm up. And then finding whatever expression on this side feels genuine, natural, and sustainable to your breath. Inhaling to find that little subtle sensation of lifting and getting taller. Chin stays tucked down, just the top of the head lifts up. Last breath out, finding that sensation of the low belly twisting, and then inhale to unwind. Release both legs out in front of you. You can give your legs a little bit of a shake. Then lie down on the back. Cross the right top of the ankle to the top of the left thigh, a little bit closer to the knee. Flex the right foot, so the opposite of pointing. So this ankle joint will look as if you're standing. With the hands clasped either underneath the left hamstring or maybe towards the top of the left shin without creating tension. Invite both legs a little bit more towards your chest. So no need to pull or force anything. Tune into your face. If you're clenching your face or holding your breath, that's a sign that your body's giving you to just back off a little bit. So make sure you can always find that little Buddha smile, edges of the mouth slightly up. Relax the tongue down and back. Now from here, release the clasp of the hands, but keep the legs the same. Arms float out to the side like a T. Allow both legs to fall over to the left side. This might look really different in your body. Tune in more to the breath than the dense physicality. Maybe turn the head to the right side and allow the legs to relax. Focus on the rotation of the spine. One more deep breath in. Fill your low belly. Imagine like you're creating more space through all of the internal organs. And then with your last exhale, feel like you're encouraging that passive movement of the bowels. With your next breath in, bring both legs back up to center. Give yourself a little squeeze. Reset the hips and the pelvis. Then same thing to the other side. Again, flex this left foot. It's important to protect the knee. Maybe grabbing behind the hammy or the top of the shin with ease. Close your eyes, soften the face, the lips, the tongue. With every exhale, allow the left hip to release and the legs to float in towards your chest. One more breath out here. Soften the shoulders. Then release the arms out to the sides and both legs over to the right side. Try to keep the left shoulder grounded. It's okay if the left hip lifts off of the mat. Relax every little part of the torso. Invitation to turn the head to the left side if that feels nice. Soften the forehead, the eyebrows, the jaw. Release your tongue down and back. Now send the breath into your low belly. Those sacred internal organs that make no conscious effort yet maintain our life. One more inhale. One more exhale. Thank your belly for all that it does for you every day. Slowly lift the legs back up to center. Give yourself another squeeze. Now release the legs out, coming into your final resting posture. Try to make sure that no part of the body touches the other. So give some space in the underarms for some fresh air. Spread the legs. Tuck the shoulders a bit underneath you. Tuck the chin slightly towards the chest. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Feel the sensation of peace and calm come through the entire body and the entire part of your mind. Soften the tongue down and back. Release every little muscle of the face, the jaw, the neck, the shoulders, the arms, the hands, the tips of your fingers. Release the chest, the rib cage. Now breathe down into your belly. Feel the sensation of lightness come just underneath your navel. The sensation of ease, of calm, of relaxation. Relax through the hips, the legs, all the way down through the knees, the calves, the ankles, touching all the way down to the tips of your toes. Just give yourself permission to take a moment here to simply be. Try to keep the mind still for just a moment. Just bring your attention back to your breath, allowing it to flow down to the depths of the low belly. Just feeling a sense of invigoration there, connection to your digestion, to your belly, to your body. Slowly begin to brush the tips of the thumbs to the tips of the other fingers. Release your chin towards your chest. Rock the head from side to side a couple of times. Wiggle the toes. Maybe rotate wrists and ankles. With your next inhale, bring the feet together and reach the arms up and overhead. Point through tips of the toes all the way up to the tips of the fingers, inhaling deeply. Then with your exhale, curl each knee into your chest. Give yourself a really well-deserved hug. Just take a moment to thank your body. Then roll over onto your left side, maybe using the arm like a little pillow under your ear. Moving from Shavasana through this little embryo, recognizing that even down to every moment of every day, we have the opportunity to be reborn, even if it's some small or subtle way to change. That is metabolism. Press into the hands as you feel ready, using the strength of the arms to lift back into your cross-legged seat, maybe up on a block or two. Upon arriving, maybe cross the other leg in front. Relax the face, find a deep opening through the low belly and the center of your heart. Joining the hands together. Then I'll invite you to set an intention to carry with you through the daily life. Remembering that yoga is an ancient science and lifestyle, not just something we do physically on our mat. Maybe we can just breathe a little bit more into our belly each day. Maybe we can find some way to be more connected with our food. Find any intention that resonates with you. And then bowing in gratitude. Grateful for our breath, for our body, for this practice, and for one another. Pranam means the divine in me bows to and honors the divine in you, because we are one. Namaste.